Hello and welcome to the post-game press conference of the BCL game SIG Strasbourg against Lenovo Tenerife. The final score is 67 to 85 for Lenovo Tenerife. For this first part of the press conference, we have with us Lenovo Tenerife with their head coach, Mr. Vitorita, and with the player, Mr. Giorgi Sharmadini. We will start with the player. What's your first feeling after this victory?
Hi. Great, this is very important. We have second win in top 16, and this is for sure. This is amazing for us, and congrats for my teammates. My coaches. I think today we did a great job. We know before the game how the Strasbourg is played. They are a physical team, physical players. They play physical basketball, and today we won, and we are happy for this one more very, very important victory.
Yeah. SIG Strasbourg come 2 times back in the game by 6 and by 9, but we have the feeling you never doubt. You just play your game and never have the fear of the return of SIG Strasbourg.
Yes, we had a rule how to have to play, and we just play our game. What coach said, we have to play strong defense, and we did, and we won the game.
Okay. Do you have any other question? Okay.
Thank you very much.
Coach, the same question. The first feeling after this win.
Okay. First of all, I have to be very happy because my team defend during 40 minutes great. They did the game plan perfectly, and with this great effort after I don't know how many games in the last 10 days and many of them away, we were totally focused to start the game defending with sharing the ball in offense, and to beat Strasbourg and to find our second straight win on the road. No? And this is very important for this short competition that we only have to play 6 games in the top 16.
Seems easy for you a little bit because you were already higher on the level constantly. This plan, what's this plan you talk about? Because it seems to work very, very well.
Yeah. But the plan is always well on the paper, no? But the question is that the players execute really well, and I think that we control very well the main players handling the ball, Boachik, and during the second half, Cameron Taylor, with the problem that they had with Robertson, that was the other focus. And we control also very well their off ball. We collapse the paint really well. That usually is one of our problems. And they have a great off ball players, okay? Mel, Cavaliere, Lansdowne, and they score a few points in the off ball, okay? In my opinion, they were the 2 main keys. And in offense, we could move the ball with sense, and we keep our last good percentages. That we had problems on December, but now we are with good percentages, not only from the 3-point line, also in the paint, and against the switch defense, we were patient. We have problems more in the first pass, especially in the second quarter. That I think that it was the only moment they could think that they had a chance, but in all the other moments we can control the rhythm very, very well.
The last question, how do you explain that you are so powerful in PCL and you have problem in Liga with
the ACB is really tough, no? And our schedule during last 2 months is absolutely crazy. We lost many games on overtime or by 2 points playing away, and also played only 2 games in 2 months home in a Spanish competition, in domestic league, Barcelona and Valencia. Okay, then it's very difficult. Usually we compete against them, and we did it both times, but it's impossible to win them always, especially Valencia, that we were winning them the last 3 times we played in 2 seasons. Then for February we only have 1 game more in domestic league home. Then is 1 game in December, 1 game in January, 1 game in February. Then till March, I suppose that we will be more or less in the same condition, and probably March and April will be our best months in the domestic competition. But we are taking very, very good opportunities in VCL, and this is our focus now. Great job in the play-in against Pinar Carcillaga, for me one of the top teams of the VCL, and now really good starting, even better the second time than the first one in the top 16. Thank you very much for your questions.
Okay. We'll start the second part of the press conference with the team of SIG Strasbourg, represented by their captain, DeAndre Lansdowne. DeAndre, I suppose you were disappointed. What's your first analysis of the game?
Hats off to Tenerife. There's a very good team. We knew that coming in. We knew that every minute was going to be a battle. We had to be mentally there, disciplined. We had we got down early. We had our run, which was really the biggest opportunity we had, and then we allowed Salim to come and hit 2 threes to make it go from 5 back to 11, which, against a team like that, if you can get back in the game and find some equal control, you can, stay in the game with them. But if you allow them to let their shooters get going and let their offense get going, the game is almost lost. And we had another opportunity, late in the game, but you use a lot of energy. You're coming from, a far away, but at the end, we continue to fight. We play as hard as we can all 40 minutes, but at the end of the day, fighting doesn't win you games. It's frustrating for us. But at the end of the day, it's basketball, and life goes on, and you got to go out with your heads high and be prepared to fight another day.
Sometimes you seems to be kids against adults in this game. They have a lot of experience to develop their collective. So, what's your look on these limits? You should have.
That team has been together for a long time. I wouldn't say it's kids against adults. It's just experience showed today, but it's it's frustrating because we felt prepared. They've been playing a lot of games in the last 2 weeks. We were never able to get fatigue to be a factor for them, it seemed today. And in the moments which they obviously looked amazing, we were a step slow, which is against a team like this who is very experienced and runs every set very precise. If you're a step slow, they punish you. And that's the difference of, when I think we played them last year in the Final 8 is we were the step ahead, always prepared for everything, and that's why we were in the game. And just today, we were a step behind, and, you're going to get silent a couple shots. The big fella, Shermadini, is going to get a couple seals and finishes in the layup. And Huertas is going to get some floaters. And, those are the small bread and butters that Coach said, if we can eliminate a couple of these in the game, you have a chance to win the game.
Question sur les défaites qui s'accumulent sur les deux compétitions. Est-ce qu'il n'y a pas l'ombre d'un doute? On a vu un moment que très tôt, ils ont pris un éclat, qu'il y a une forme de découragement. Est-ce que là-dessus, il n'y a pas à dire?
It's another loss in no boss competition, championship and BCL.
Yep.
Did you think that it's a beginning of a doubt in the team, some struggle?
Yeah, I mean, we've lost a few in a row, but it's every season. It's ups and downs, especially when you play two competitions. You go to the next round in a competition. There's going to be times where you lose a couple, and it feels as if you lose for 2 months straight, but really you only lost 2 weeks, a couple of games in 2 weeks. And the best thing is you play so many games and you play so often that you can get out of a hole as quick as you can get in a hole, and that's just by winning a couple in a row, and then all of a sudden things are rolling. We did the same thing last year. I think a lot of teams in Europe, top-level teams, Barcelona and everything, they go through games where they have a 3, 4, 5 game losing streak, and then they go on a 4, 5, 6 game winning streak, and all of a sudden they're in a good position again. And so my opinion in basketball is you want to peak at the right time, and that's usually coming up here at the end of February, March, April. If you peak at that time of year, you seem to be one of the better teams standing at the end. So it's better to go through struggles now, figure them out, get through them, fight the adversity, and the team that comes out with their head up, ready to fight that adversity, comes out on the other end, seems to be a good team at the end of the year. Yep.
So we'll now end the press conference with Strasbourg head coach, Lassie Toury. Lassie, your first feeling after this tough game?
First of all, congrats for Tenerife. It was the level we can expect them to be over here, and need to respect the results. We were not even close today to answer for them. And there's no excuses. They have played more games than us. They have traveled around, playing a lot of games because of their COVID break. But still, they were able in the beginning to be fresh, disciplined, and kind of took all our weapons straight away from our hands. I'm kind of proud of my team because we didn't give up. In this kind of a game, you can give up. So I give a credit for them because they showed at least that when you have difficult times and nothing works, at least don't give up trying. But of course, we were not in the level of Tenerife today, and that's why we are this much behind on them in the stats.
You made 2 runs and come close by 6 and by 9 in the second half. What was missing for you to come closer?
No, I think there was many things. Overall, even though we made a runs, I think we didn't find our confidence, and on the other hand, we couldn't steal their confidence. For me, Tenerife was 40 minutes, kind of a calm, taking care of the ball game, and this has been our strength in BCL this year, that we kind of attack opponents' weaknesses and make them feel a little bit weaker. But today, I didn't feel that Tenerife, not a single moment, were feeling that they have a problem. So that's quality of a good team, and as I said, need to respect.
The bigger
I will just repeat the question.
Yep.
It's your because the defeat here in Rennes, since you're on the bench, it is a special meaning for you?
No, I think my biggest wins in Rennes are not the ones I remember the most. Also, the defeat where it comes that the opponent is much better. You need to respect it. So it doesn't mean a lot, but of course, if we calculate the league game, a few days ago we lost at home, and now we have lost some games at home, and this means for me, because this is for a long term something we need to be worried about. But on the other hand, schedule is tight, and we go now to the tour and go to Lyon, and after that meet Falco, very big game, since they lost in Vilnius today. So this game, it was just a matter of that we lost for a very good team and couldn't play our level.
Il n'y a pas une crainte de découragement avec les mauvais résultats qui s'accumulent, sur la pression qu'on pose.
It's not so much victories in the coming days. Did you feel some disappointed and the hit downs of the team?
I think, some of the players are for sure mentally exhausted. You can see it on the floor. Since Jareledi left and we changed the roster, and then John Robertson has been in and out weeks, so some players need to carry the bigger role maybe that is expected. And still we have played great games against Limoges and last week in Vilnius, so it takes a lot of energy. And as I said, this is not an excuse because Tenerife spends, they plays more, but like for us, you can find that we are not in the balance. And I wish we get the team healthy and players on the right role and Cameron Taylor a little bit more in. And I'm confident that this team can play good basketball, but it doesn't come by thinking, it comes by working. And this, we need to be honest that we need some work.
You don't have a lot of time to work.
Yeah, but also we have a time to work some other things, and we travel a lot, and we don't have to only be on the practice team. So we need to find a way. This is our joy that we play European contest, and we have this opportunity to play these games. So should not complain.
For John, just a question: is it a big injury? Are you hoping on Astroval or?
Question about John. Do you expect he can play on Sunday against Sevilla?
I don't expect anything, but we will know more in next days. It's not definitely no, but it's also possible that we have different news. So we are seeing next days. We need to talk with the doctors, and those who are there, they are there. I think we built the team with the quality of a movement, not size, and this is our strength. It can be our weakness, but we need to turn it as a strength. And we have beat Shermadini and Guara before, so we need to find a way on the second game to answer for the size with something else.
That was the problem. That the offensive rebounds were very lost by Tenerife.
They were physical inside attack. We took 15 offensive rebounds, so we answered. But they started strong with Shermadini, and that was for sure a problem.
Okay,
Thank you.